What's up, guys? Vince Ruddy here. Gosh, that that Magnus, what is it called? Like, if you don't know Magnus, the best chess player in the world, as they say, yeah, he lost to a person from India, and he freaked out and was like, "Duh, I'm sorry," or something like that. I forget how the video goes, but I do know how some of these TikTok goes. And I've been seeing shorts and memes about it online, and it's just the best thing. It's just the best thing. Anyways, Vince right here. And yeah, welcome back to VinzTalk. Let's talk about a couple things here, which, it's not really organized in the sense that I'd like it to. But it is a bunch of stuff where it's, news related, very, very high stakes in terms of really serious stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed my face reveal of the last video, or at least last Vince talk of with me and Stefan, where yes, we are gonna be doing face, like, I guess podcast in that format. I really enjoyed it. Maybe reactions could be in the conversation, but you never know. And pretty much the thing is that I honestly do not care if I show my face. The thing is, for some reason, with the whole webtoon thing that I was doing, I didn't feel comfortable showing my face. I didn't feel comfortable really putting my, image out there or anything like that when I was doing webtoons, when I was doing certain let's reads and stuff like that. But since I'm done with all that, I basically was like, yeah, what? I don't really upload much. My views has gone down. I guess I might as well just show who I look like, because to be honest, it's really no big of a deal. And the thing is that I dream of really showing who I am, or at least a face reveal, at a point where like 100,000 subscribers. Oh, here's the face reveal special or something like that. And there is a part of me where that would be a bad idea, because I do value my privacy. But with right now, in terms of content that I want to do, I was like, yo, let me just show my face, because honestly, I do not care. But yeah, I would be showing my face here, but the thing is that I need to check my notes before recording, or while I'm recording, which is I'm doing right now. I'm looking at my notes, but also, speaking to you guys at the same time. So yeah, shout out to Stefan for really, he's going to be busy. He's pretty much dealing with a lot of stuff, family stuff and all that. If you've seen the episode, then you've seen it. The thing is that it's literally a whole ramble of me quitting Webtoon. It's literally my rant about it, and also where I'm at. And yeah, I just basically just shared, like, just all that. And pretty much here, let me just get comfortable, actually. Oh, this is better. Ah, nice. All right. Is this better? I guess so. Anyways, let's get into some topics. So pretty much I heard that there was this huge explosion that happened at NASA. I think NASA, right? Or some space launch area or whatever. It's one of Elon Musk's like rockets or whatever. And it basically exploded. Yeah, it exploded. 36, I think that's what it's called, ship 36. And yeah, it blew up, and yep, that's just how it is. It's not every day that I've seen any of the rockets. And the thing is that I used to catch up on a lot of space related content, and I stopped doing that because, well, it got kind of boring to me. And I don't know. The thing is that I should be following up, because the whole idea of like go into space and just, but I guess I'm at this point where it's like it doesn't seem to appeal to me, because I mostly like to focus on stuff on Earth instead of like whatever is out there. I mean, there will be a time, and I'm still waiting for that moon mission or that Mars mission. All these missions where humans are going places, like really going places up out there. But as of right now, not really crazy about it, to be real. And there's no rush. The thing is that has to be a lot of money. That has to cost a lot of money for that ship. Like, that ship explosion probably cost Elon millions. And just out of nowhere, like, oh, it exploded. So that's just that's just great. Anyways, but of course not great. It's not great for him, that's for sure. But moving on, I don't know what's happening. This is where I show my energy, to be honest, because I don't have the energy for this, but I guess we're going to talk about it. Apparently, we're going to be in war soon. I don't know. There's times where I question, like, whoa, Trump, stop doing this, man. Just stop doing this. Like, apparently, I don't know what Trump did, okay, this time, okay? Also, I don't know what's going on over there in Iran. I mean, let's be real. I don't ever know what's going on in the Middle East, okay? Apparently, it's between Israel and Iran because the whole Palestine thing, Gaza thing, blah, 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 all this stuff. And basically, I think what I heard, Israel or America is trying to stop Iran from getting weapons or stealing weapons or creating weapons or basically becoming, a huge problem for the US in terms of like what they are trying to get out of here or something like that, or starting a war, basically, because we do not want another war. And I guess, at least what I like to believe, that either America, Israel, or any other country, because I guarantee it probably is not just America, even though we do have like the biggest army or one of the biggest armies out there, Marines, and I feel like we're kind of known to have the top tier like armies out there in terms of like I don't know, body count maybe, but also I'm not knowledgeable in any of that stuff. If you ask me about anything Army, Navy, just military related stuff, I know about rations. I know about like movies and video games, and that's basically my knowledge. But to be real with you, I really don't know of any of that stuff. Yes, there was a time where I almost been to boot camp at some point, and I could have went. I feel like I would have been a better person or something, or I would say a healthier person. But yeah, that just never happens to me. It just never did. It never got there. I'm not obsessed with that. I feel my friend Stefan, co-host, little brother, is into that in terms of World War type, history and all that jazz. The only time I'm into it if it's related to video games. I play right now. I've been playing Medal of Honor, and also been going back to the. I probably might be going back to the old Call of Duty games, and I want to finish Wolfenstein. So in that sense, when it comes to war, I'm into that. But when it comes to real life, I'm like, nah. So the idea, like, I think I almost slept through when I saw like a cutscene in like, and it was in the Middle East. It's Call of Duty, I think Modern Warfare 3. And I kind of almost slept when I saw one of the cutscenes. I'm like, for crying out loud, can we just get into the game already? I don't freaking care what's happening here. It looks cool, okay? We're in a scary facility and we are at our mission and we're trying to survive, or at least there's some flashback. I kind of forget. It's an old game. But what I do know is that I mean, can we just play the damn game already? That's what I came here for. But yeah, what's happening between Iran and America, or at least the country that I'm in with Iran, it is it's scary because people are like, because the thing is that even though that there's certain people that are like, yeah, we're about to win, we're about to fight them or something like that. No, please, for the love of God, no. I do not want to be involved with any of this. Okay, I have nothing to do with this. I feel like for sure it's not going to happen because America is so freaking big to the point where, okay, we don't know where the missiles are going to head to if they do get those weapons. But I'm hoping that we don't freaking deal with it. I'm speaking in the sense of livelihood. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with another war going on. Can we stop? Can we just be like, kind to other people? How about that? But I get that America wants to save others and it tries to be the Superman because, Superman's from here. But also, we try to be like freaking heroes. We try to actually save other people or something like that. That's not how it works. Not everybody saves everybody, okay? There's still so much in trouble. And there's still so much going on. America can freaking put almost like twice of like the California state to be sent all the way to other countries just to help them out. We did that for Ukraine. We did that for places in Asia. We did that places in Africa. But as of now it's not a good time. I feel like for more so than ever, maybe like the president or whoever should be focusing on the inflation going on here, or at least the situation going on in LA and all that. Like, can we just end that already? I don't know what I'm asking, guys. I'm just a simple man. You think I can save everyone or with my words? Because a lot of times I like to think that. But to be real with you, no, because I guarantee a good amount of them doesn't even know who the frick I am. Okay? And I don't care because I'm worried about my damn self. But a lot of times I would love to be alive just to see that those moments where I am successful and all of that. Okay? I want to see everybody alive. I don't want to walk in. Listen, we already have to worry about wildfires, ice raids, freaking protests, crazy people in general, you know. And now we got to worry about this. It's like time does not stop. It does not stop for nobody. It never stops. And it's just like, okay, well, what do we even do at this point? Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I'm really hoping that the politicians or the government or whoever is smart about this because it's almost like Iran's like, if they already don't like us from what I heard. I mean, I've seen people from Iran that do appreciate American culture, but that's just online. That's like, and I never met one of them. I never been to the Middle East or that part of the world. But at the same time, it's like, what is happening? What are we supposed to do? I'm confused. But yeah, moving on to the last thing. Let's talk about this incident happened at a airplane. It was by, there was this fashion designer named Liana Perry, and she worked for top tier designer. She's basically a fashion designer or an artist or whatever you call it. It doesn't matter. She is like, I believe 23 or 32. I don't know if they got the numbers mixed up or something. It could be both. I mean, if she told me she was, 23, even though she's 32, I would be like, yeah, sure. I mean, okay, you're an adult. That's all it matters, basically. And apparently she had like a schizophrenic episode. I don't know why my timeline is recommending these type of content, but I saw this happening and I'm like, what? And then I was like, the whole thing about schizophrenia and stuff like that. And here's something between me, because in my personal beliefs, because of my faith, she's possessed. She's possessed. The whole idea of schizophrenia, the thing is that would be fixed if somebody would pray on her and say, like, let these demons come out in the name of Jesus. As somebody that deals with demons, I've been dealing with demons like almost all night. It's kind of annoying because I'm trying to sleep and then something taps on my freaking, like, I guess shoulder or something. And I'm just like, for crying out loud, can't please sleep. And I have to, blast some either Christian music or some, word of God of just like somebody preaching. But for this situation right here, the thing is that she wasn't screeching, or at least I didn't see her or hear her or, hear the, watch the video the whole way. I didn't watch it the whole way. I saw a small clip of it and she just was fighting. She was going full bear, just grabbing the girl's hair, picking a fight. They have to control her and tie her up. And because she was like really, really wanting to get a piece of her. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? I'm surprised that she didn't, Liana didn't spin on her or something. It looks like she was about to. But overall, she was crazy. Like, they had to hold her and she was arrested and, escorted out the, plane, basically. There was so many speculations, people saying like, oh, this is what happens if you're drunk. Oh, this is what happens if you don't take your meds, or, she's a Democrat. Oh, gosh, they were pulling all these cards and nobody or barely anyone said like she was possessed. She's possessed. Come on. What caused you to do all this? What caused you to act like this? And my personal beliefs, to me, I know some people listening and they'll be like, you're crazy, Vince. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even know about you, but, within the Bible, it talks about this stuff happening. I'm just saying, I don't make the rules here, okay? When someone's possessed, I see it. I'm like, I got a feeling in my heart that this is definitely something with her inner demons, for sure. But I don't know. Curious to see the rest of it. Also, there was this other thing, like it's not related to this, but I remember like I saw something, like you can tell I have a lot of time in my hands. Okay, when I was watching a bunch of videos of people being possessed or schizophrenic or whatever. Another schizophrenic incident about this individual, I believe, like almost like my age or something, has his own apartment. Lucky him. And also dealt with, I guess, a very paranoid mother. And I'm talking about paranoid because the mother went up to this, like knocked on this individual's door and was like, you, you were talking to my child. Let me see your laptop. Or I don't even know what she said. She was so crazy. And the guy was like, what do you even want? Who are you? Because, and it's confusing because these two kind of know each other, at least from what I heard. But the whole time the lady was really, and I mean real, and here's the thing, what's similar between Liana in the airport, or at least in the airplane, and also this other individual, which is living at an apartment or a group of apartments or something like that, is that they're always like trying to go somewhere, even though they are not allowed to be in there. It's like where are you go? If I dealt with people like this, and for whatever reason, just whatever reason, like I get a knock at the door and they're like, let me come into your house. And I'm like, why? Why do you need to come into my house? There's nothing here. This is not your freaking home. This is my parents' home. What is there something here that you need? It's the most backwards thinking because it's like this lady is on something. Drugs, but also what's higher than drugs, possessed. She is possessed, I tell you, because you have to be that crazy to be like, no, I must go in there. I have to. I was like, first off, your child is literally upstairs crying. Your husband's trying to stop you. You got everything over there. What you got over here? You think the man, stole your wallet or something, stole your goods? No, I believe this lady was trying to steal his goods, or basically just is possessed and was like, yeah, let me come into your house or something. It doesn't add up. It really doesn't add up. When people are that crazy and they're like, let me come to your house, for what though? Like, for what? Like, I don't know how blunted I have to be when I say for what, you know what I mean? I genuinely ask. But the lady's just like, going again with like, no, something, and they had to call the police. They had literally like 7 dudes just to stop this woman. And the whole situation, I don't know what happened. The guy seemed calm about it. I don't know what I would do. I would immediately lock the door. Here's the thing. I'm not a neighbor type of person. I don't talk to my neighbors. And it's not that I have anything against them. Bro, I don't know you. You focus on your life, I focus on my life. Plain and simple, bada boom. That's it. What do you want? If you're in trouble or something, if you got caught on fire, I'll try my, there is a part of me where, I'm okay, I gotta save them because I know they're old and they're, not in that moment. And matter of fact, I freaking wouldn't know because I wouldn't know you, okay? I probably would be too late. I'm like, I'm gonna save you. Oh, okay. Okay, I was just gonna leave. I think I'm late. Well, rip. But you know what I mean? It's like, what do you want? What you want? Plain and simple. I never really talk to my neighbors. Okay, and I guarantee if they approach me, I would be happy to talk. It's just that, like, if there's nothing here, there's nothing here. I don't know what to tell you. That's kind of like my base principle when it comes to strangers. Is like, if you got nothing, then what we doing? Come on, pick it up. What you want? Come on. You want to? What you trying to pick up trying to tell me you want to get a date or whatever? You a grown man coming up to me and I'm like, what we trying to do, huh? Were we talking? We fighting? What we doing? Plain and simple. Like, I genuinely ask that. Especially now since I'm not, the most I wasn't introvert as I was when I was younger, and I'm a bit more out there than I usually am. So a lot of times I'm like, I'm more like, capable, I would say. Anyways, moving on to gaming, some gaming news. Let's talk about DK Bananza. Because no one told me that this game was like before Mario Odyssey. That blew my mind. I mean, the direct was cool. I didn't really see the whole direct. I already pretty much saw enough to know what this game was going to be. Bananza, Pauline, before she became like mayor or whatever. Basically a storyline of who Pauline is. But not only that, it's the story before Mario Odyssey. That to me is insane. It's insane because there was no mention of DK when I played Mario Odyssey. I didn't really see him at all in there. But I look at this and I'm like, no way. This is kind of cool. I don't know. It kind of reminds me, and this is also Nintendo related, like when Mario, like we got introduced to a Yoshi game. Just want to let you know, I was very like an infant. I probably wasn't even born when the Yoshi Island for either the GBA or the SNES, the SNES basically, and I pretty much was like, I probably wouldn't remember and I wouldn't know. So a lot of this I could be lost with. But it kind of reminds me of that, of just like, oh, we see baby Mario. I guess this is his childhood story in a sense of like who he is before the main games. And, I feel like we're getting that similarly, just like Donkey Kong. But this is, like the story of like who Pauline is and who she became. It's interesting, but also seeing her as a rock, I'm like, wait a minute, a rock and then turns into Pauline. I'm like, what? I don't know. There is a part of me where I want to play this game, but I know for a fact that it's so freaking damn expensive. And I don't know. For the other ways of playing it, I can't say that because I know Switch will come after me. I mean, Nintendo will come after me. Even though I don't own Switch 2, I guarantee they would brick like basically my whole livelihood. They don't need to break your Switch. Nintendo has so much money where literally they can send out 1,000 Vipers to me and that's just be it. That just be it. And nobody would believe me. Like Nintendo sent 1,000 Vipers to my house. I'm dead. You know what I mean? And people be like, come on, that is the most amazing story that you made up, Vince. Well, then again, I wouldn't be alive to actually tell them because I'm already dead. Hey! God has me. But, yeah. Pretty much, I keep hearing, like, people hacking the Switch, getting mixed switches or something, even though in this early, and their Switch is already bricked. And it's like, damn. Also, another thing, a bunch of Switch 2s were stolen somewhere in LA or whatever, something like that. I don't know. There was a whole heist catching it, just catching it. Stolen. Just all stolen. It's the same amount that is stolen when a good amount of people and their data breach or whatever. Can I just say something? I hear about this news about, oh man, 60 million people and their data is stolen. And there's a part of me where if I heard that and I don't know what entity like it is. I don't know if it's part of like either Netflix or some NordVPN or something like that, or whatever they log into, maybe like a Google email and all their emails got hacked or whatever. Like, it depends on if I was, scared about that. But if people know me or know my data and listen, I don't care. I really do not care. Look, if Vince is actually, full Filipino, oh my gosh. No one cares, okay? That's been a thing already in this channel, okay? What do you want from me? Oh my gosh, Vince lives in California. Oh, I was like, what are you going to use that for? What the freak are you going to use that for? Any of this? Like, if my information is out there, I don't care. Because there's nothing I would do. There's nothing that they would do with my information. What would they do with it? I know there's some tech professionals that'll be like, oh, let me tell you, Vince, let me educate you on actually what they're going to do. I guarantee it's nothing crazy about it, okay? I don't give a damn. All you got to pray to know that stuff like crazy or anything, what happens to your information doesn't happen, okay? Anyways, moving on. But yeah, let me think here. There's some topics. Also, I heard about this. The what is it? The gaming handheld thing that Xbox made, and it is expensive. It's expensive. My gosh, I just saw the prices on that. I was like, well, that's just great. And it's the ROG Ally. Of course, it would be expensive, but Xbox was like, yo, this is our new handheld or something like that, whatever they said. And I'm like, are you serious? I mean, then again, it's no worse than freaking Sony announcing a PSX this early. I was like, why are we announcing a PSX? PS6, yes. Not a PSX. No, that's the PS1. No, the yes. The six console and the PlayStation family. And they're already announced it, or they're gonna announce it soon. They're like, oh, we're focused on the next generation. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because surprise, surprise, not all of us are freaking like. Are they trying to one up Nintendo? They're making the Nintendo Switch 2 look like freaking like baby money. They're making it look like cafeteria money compared to like these prices when it comes down to premium gaming. It's like, can we ever provide something where we can actually game more beneficially, less costly? Like, is that hard to ask? Is that hard to ask? I generally ask anybody. Anyways, but also I heard that K-pop Demon Hunters is out and about. It's out today. I'm gonna watch it tonight and do a review of it. And also, not only that, but I heard that Amazing Digital Circus episode 5. Yep, I'm gonna watch that soon. And a whole bunch of other stuff actually. Oh my goodness, animation's been cooking. I've been watching what is it, Netflix Tokyo Overdrive, and I've been watching. I finished episode 1, and it's pretty good. The thing is that it made me remind me of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And it made me want to finish that because I know I haven't finished all the way of Cyberpunk Edge Runners in a while. I completely forgot about it when I was literally like in the edge like of the final episode, which is crazy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz. I'm about to take a nap because I'm in that position. God bless.